I'm ready to go. Then, when it's all said and done, you're gonna go to the doctor and get a physical. You better get your prostate exam. Go get your prostate exam. No more waiting. Get it done. I'm not getting that done. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. You're 42 years old. Get it done. Look at you. Look at you. Now, I'll be down in a minute. I just want to see if this works. Remember when I was on Sports Fury and they said if you say dingbat 3 times that I appear? Well, now everybody knows it, and I've been appearing everywhere. So I want to see what happens if I say it. What happens if I say it? So I want to try that. So let's try it. But first, eggnog time, yo. Now, I want to try this. So let's do this. Dingbat. 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 Hey, what are you calling?
Oh my God!
What are you calling?
Crap, it works! Oh my God!
What are you acting like I'm not there? I'm real.
I'm
I'm here.
too much eggnog. I can't believe it.
Who are you? I'm King Dingbat.
Nah, I'm King Dingbat.
I'm King Dingbat. I'm King Dingbat. Look at this cup. Look at this cup. Why do I have to have this cup? Why do you get a fancy cup? I get a little cup. I want a good cup.
This is crazy. I cannot believe this is happening.
Go get your prostate exam.
What?
I told you to get.
I'm not getting my prostate exam.
No, I ain't getting. I told you
your
prostate exam.
Go
Get out. How do I get rid of you? I get rid of you. How do you want to get rid of me? This is how you get rid of me. You say dingbat 3 times again. Dingbat. Go away. Dingbat. Dingbat. What the hell is the drunk dingbat? What is this? This is some freaky stuff. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I can't take this. Yo, everybody, how you doing? King Dingbat here, and it's the day after the great loss to the Seattle Seahawks. The great loss as Seattle beat the Eagles, as they gave the Eagles one big huge prostate exam and then sent them on their way. That's basically what happened. The Eagles took it on the chin, Seattle punched them, and the Eagles couldn't get back up. Now, the Eagles were going up against the Seattle Seahawks, a team that is trying to get in the playoffs, is fighting for their lives. A team that relies on Russell Wilson, you know, to make plays, to be the running game, to be the passing game, to do it all on offense. They rely on him. And the Eagles went into this game. And no, it wasn't about this. Eggnog time, yo. But it was about the moment of being in a position where everything is at stake. Home field advantage throughout the playoffs. A chance to clinch the division. This is what the Eagles had going for them. And to me, they were going up against a team who was seasoned, who had been to the playoffs, who has played football when it matters this time of year. And they were ready to handle it. And the Eagles, they looked like they had inexperienced coach in this situation, inexperienced quarterback in this situation, inexperienced players in this situation. And that's what happened. The Eagles, in this game, I thought, got to see what a veteran seasoned team is like this time of year. And they got to experience a playoff atmosphere, and they weren't ready. I mean, that's just the way it is. There's a lot of blame to go around. I hear a lot of people point fingers at a lot of different players and coaches. My take on it after watching it again, which is really hard to do, by the way, is this. The coach is at fault. The quarterback is at fault. The defense is at fault. The offensive line was at fault. It's across the board. They all had their hand in it. I thought when the game started and Doug Peterson had the 4th and short on the first drive and decided to punt, that showed us right there, and it showed me, and I thought this during the game, the Eagles aren't playing like the Eagles. They're already not playing their game. They're not being aggressive like they normally are. He's playing scared. Scared money don't win. That's what I always say. You know, scared money don't win. And that's what I saw. That's what I saw from him. And he didn't call a good game, especially the first half. Now, I know some people say, oh, Carson was scared in the first half to throw the ball. No, just look at the routes that they were running. All short outs and that kind of stuff. It was the play calling. And then when Carson had an opportunity to put the team on his back, to make the big plays, like Aguilar going over the middle, running, nobody near him, and Carson overthrowing him, that was not Carson Wentz. That was on Carson Wentz. That was his fault. The fumble in the end zone, that's Carson Wentz's fault. That's on him. And he was to blame for missing throws. He missed Aguilar a couple times. He missed Aguilar one time where Aguilar caught but had to stop. If he makes a better pass, Aguilar is still running. Okay? So Carson had his faults. He didn't play his best game. The coach didn't call his best game. Then, when the Eagles did get it going, if you remember, Carson makes an amazing play, right? He rolls out. I don't know how he threw the ball 45, 50 yards downfield as he was falling or whatever, and Aguilar catches it. Then Aguilar gets the touchdown. It seemed like that lifted the Eagles. It seemed like the momentum had shifted. Seattle was kind of like, whoa, what just happened? And you felt everything change. And the Eagles just needed to get the ball back. They just needed to get the ball back. And what happened? Seattle goes down and they score a touchdown. There's 3rd and longs. They get off the field. I mean, they stay on the field. There's penalties. Every time it looked like we made a stop, there's a penalty. It was like 2-3 penalties in a row. And then you had the forward lateral that Doug should have seen, that I saw in live. In live, I could tell that was a forward lateral. A lot of people could. And when they replayed it, it was confirmed. Now, he didn't call it. If he would have, it might have got the ball back. But the defense couldn't get the ball back when we needed it the most. Whether it was penalties, whether it was just Russell Wilson making plays with his feet. And that's what happened. So I think that it's a team loss. I think that not one person directly deserves the blame. I think there's plenty of blame to go around. And also, you got to give Russell Wilson credit. What an amazing player. What a great player. What a great game he had to stay on his feet and do what he did. That's Russell Wilson. That's what he does. He buys time with his feet and he makes something out of nothing. That's very hard to defend. So I give him credit. I give Seattle credit. Good job, Seattle. Good job, Seattle fans. Congratulations. I don't feel like the Eagles gave them the best, and I hope we get a chance to play them again. I really do. I think this is a learning experience for the Eagles. I think they'll be better down the road. And there was some things I did like. At least Doug didn't call a good game, but at least it got better. At least he started to change things up in the second half a little bit. And I thought that was good. I like that Carson, when they're down, he keeps coming, he keeps coming, he keeps coming. They didn't win, but he didn't give up. He didn't stop playing. He didn't stop going all out. Those are good things. Those are things to build on. So the Eagles lose. They go to 10-2. Oh, really bad. 10-2. The trolls are out, especially the Cowboy trolls. They think they won the Super Bowl because they beat the Redskins. They think that they're going to win the division. It ain't going to happen. And look, the Eagles, they got to go prove themselves. They got to prove themselves, to the fans, to everybody. They got to go prove that they deserve a 1 or 2 seed. And the matchup coming up this weekend against the Rams is big time. Is big time. What's on the line? Not only you don't clinch the division, but here's the thing. If the Eagles lose this game to the Rams would then have a tiebreaker on the Eagles, same record, and they would jump the Eagles. Meaning Minnesota and Rams would be the top 2 seeds. That would put the Eagles on as a 3 seed with no bye week. This is not this is not a position you want to be in. This is not a situation that we can afford. We have to go in and beat the Rams. So I see this game as pretty much whoever wins this game is probably going to have a bye week. Most likely have a bye. So the Eagles can't afford to lose this game. This is a must win. And it's going to be interesting to see how this team responds and what they do differently coming off a loss. I expect Doug Peterson to fix his mistakes. I expect Carson Wentz to fix his mistakes. I feel like they got a taste of pressure football after Thanksgiving in a place like Seattle with a playoff atmosphere. I feel like they got a taste of it. I feel like they'll handle it better next time. So the page turns. The Seattle game is over. It's time to move on. The Eagles, they got to get it going starting this week when they play the Rams. I will definitely be live streaming. Hey, I'm thinking I might do the whole game. Definitely the second half, but I'm thinking this week the whole game. We'll see. But this is it. Big game this week. We'll get this back and we'll see what happens. Let's see what adjustments the Eagles can make. Let's see how they handle picking themselves up, dusting themselves off, and going. Let's see what happens from there. And with that said, I hope everybody has a good day. Take care. Talk to you later. And don't be a dingbat.